IsReal News. This is the morning briefing for Monday, March 9th. One person has been killed and two others seriously wounded after an Iranian cluster missile struck central Israel. Emergency responders say the victims were foreign workers located at a construction site. One worker died at the scene after resuscitation efforts failed, and another was transported to hospital in serious condition. In a separate location, another person was severely injured by fragments from the same missile. Police report that 6 separate impact sites were identified from smaller submunitions released by the missile. This occurs as Iran continues missile attacks toward Israeli population centers. In northern Israel, the Israeli military has confirmed the death of a combat engineering soldier during an incident early Sunday morning near the Lebanese border while assisting a recovery operation for a disabled armored engineering vehicle. In Iran, footage has circulated showing the destruction of an Iranian naval vessel at the port of Bandar Abbas. Iranian sources have identified the ship. Details regarding the circumstances of the strike have not been independently confirmed. This comes as military operations between Israel and Iran continue across multiple domains. Turkey says a ballistic missile launched from Iran entered its territory and was intercepted by NATO air defenses stationed in the eastern Mediterranean. Turkish officials say debris from the interception fell in the Gaziantep province, and no casualties were reported. Authorities in Ankara called on all parties, including Iran, to avoid actions that could endanger regional security. This occurs as missile launches from Iran have affected several neighboring states. The United Arab Emirates reports that its air defense systems intercepted 15 ballistic missiles and 17 drones launched from Iran. Officials say 3 additional missiles fell into the sea and 1 drone exploded inside Emirati territory. This takes place amid wider regional retaliation following the escalation between Israel, Iran, and the United States. Kuwait's ambassador to Iraq has informed Iraqi authorities that some attacks directed at Kuwait may have originated from Iraqi territory rather than Iran itself. The statement indicates the possibility that Iran-aligned militias operating inside Iraq were responsible for some launches. This occurs as regional militias continue to play a role in the widening conflict. In Iran, reports indicate that Mojtaba Khamenei, the son of the late Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, is expected to deliver his first public address as the country's new supreme leader. Iranian media have shown large gatherings in Tehran's Revolution Square celebrating the announcement. Russia's President Vladimir Putin has issued a statement congratulating Mojtaba Khamenei on assuming the leadership role. This comes as Iran's political leadership transitions during an active conflict. Iran's National Security Council Secretary Ali Larijani has also called on the public to support the new leader and maintain national unity. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps released a statement declaring its readiness to follow Mojtaba Khamenei's orders and defend the country. This occurs as the Iranian government consolidates authority following the leadership change. Israeli security officials warn that Iranian networks may attempt to target Israelis and Jews abroad. A senior Israeli national security official says Iran may operate through criminal groups, proxies, and hired operatives to carry out attacks or sabotage infrastructure connected to Israel. Authorities say intelligence services are working with international partners to disrupt such plots. This takes place as travel warnings for Israelis have been reinforced. 2 senior American envoys, Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, have canceled a planned visit to Israel that had been scheduled for tomorrow. No official reason for the cancellation has been announced. This comes as diplomatic activity adjusts to the ongoing conflict. U.S. President Donald Trump says the decision on when to end the war with Iran will be made jointly with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Speaking in an interview, Trump said Iran would have destroyed Israel if not for the current military campaign. He also commented on rising oil prices, saying temporary increases are a small price to pay for security. Meanwhile, U.S. officials have expressed concern about recent Israeli strikes on Iranian fuel depots. According to reporting cited by Axios, American officials were surprised by the scale of the attacks, which created large fires in Tehran and heavy smoke across the city. U.S. officials say they worry that targeting infrastructure could raise oil prices and potentially strengthen domestic support for Iran's leadership. This reflects the first significant disagreement reported between Washington and Jerusalem since the war began. Global financial markets reacted sharply to the surge in oil prices tied to the conflict. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell more than 600 points at the opening of trading as U.S. crude briefly surged above $100 per barrel. West Texas Intermediate crude rose to as high as $119 overnight before pulling back, while Brent crude climbed above $100 per barrel. Analysts say the rapid rise in energy prices has raised concerns about a potential stagflation environment in the United States, where rising inflation coincides with slowing economic growth. This occurs as markets respond to supply concerns linked to the widening Middle East conflict. Those are the latest headlines from IsReal News.